Thank everyone for coming to my second installment of how to eat more healthy if you're diabetic. So today we're going to cover dining out, diabetes style. So basically, I'm going to teach you guys how to make sure that you are within your appropriate blood glucose levels when you eat out at a finer restaurant. So a little review of what we went over last time is the exchanges. Things to remember that it's the starch, fruits, and milks that mostly influence your blood sugar levels. At that 1 unit of carbs is 15 grams of carbohydrates, and that's equal to about 60 calories. And here's a picture of what I just talked about, just a little review, that these three are what influences your carbohydrates, and that raises your blood sugar level the most and the fastest. And so, like I said, we want to stay roughly level. This is your counted carbs. You want to stay roughly level throughout the day at 60 grams of carbs during your meals, and like I said, that's about 4 servings of food for that meal. Okay, now we're going to talk about more in depth on eating out and how to do it smart and healthy. So things to we're going to go over a few key major things to think about when you're going out to eat. You should snack before going out, just a little something before you go out with your friends or family. Does anyone know why you may want to do this? Why you want to snack a little bit before going out to eat at a restaurant? Okay, we'll start that way. Go ahead.
You're less hungry, and maybe your snack is healthier.
Yes, it's mostly the first one. I don't know what your snacks consist of. But so yeah, you're going to be less hungry, and some things to think about. So there's this idea called the hunger fullness scale that you should probably ask yourself how hungry you are before you start eating, because if you're at like a 1 or 2 and you're like extremely hungry, what you're more likely to do is to eat faster. You're going to have that 2 to 3 serving sizes, like a big plate of food in 5 to 10 minutes, and as it says here, you eat too fast. So it takes about 20 minutes from the first bite that you have for your brain to register that you start eating. Now, if you eat this huge meal in 5 minutes, you're going to overeat, and half an hour later, you're just going to be full and extremely uncomfortable. And you'll be somewhere down here. We don't ever want to be there. So we want to be at roughly a 3 or 4 before we start eating, and end about a 6 or 7. Don't want to start eating, anywhere from here on. You want to start eating right around here, and never here, because then you'll just you'll overeat, and that's no good. So things to think about when you're actually out eating. Maintain your portion control. Take home about half of what you're served. Now, as you may be aware, when food comes to you at a restaurant, BJ's, Marie Calendar, things like that, Claim Jumpers, they serve you a lot of food. So maybe just instantly when the server brings you the food, cut it in half, take home half of it, and that'd be a quick way of taking care of that. Make sure that you don't overeat is to little remedies to drink a glass or 2 of water before you start eating, because then you'll be fuller faster, and stay away from the appetizers, because that is mostly, from my understanding of where I go, chips, breadsticks, wings, chicken fingers, all the bad stuff, a lot of cheeses. Dips, chips are just, fried nastiness. So, appetizer itself, Olive Garden, they give you the big old plate of bread, and we don't want to stick with that. Okay, so make sure the servers do their job. They're here to help you. So if you have any questions or have anything prepared, you just ask them. If it's fried versus broiled, baked, if it's whatever, ask them how it's prepared. It's what they get paid to do. It's their job. So if you want to make any changes to it, you can. You can get things on the side. I know that whenever I go out and I get a salad, if I don't ask them to put the dressing on the side, they just cake it on, and it's not even tasty anymore. Sometimes less is more, you know. So no butter. You know, you can get your butter on the potatoes or the pancakes. Limit your syrups. Get those kinds of things on the side because they will just drench your food with it. Okay, and also, of course, you need to keep track of your carbs because that's what mostly affects your blood sugar. So, breadsticks, as mentioned earlier, breads, potatoes, French fries, those are all carbohydrate-dense things, and you could have less of them because it'll spike your blood sugar levels. Fruit's another thing, and things to remember that ethanol, which is your beers, wines, mixed drinks, things like that, that is a carbohydrate, so count them as such. You have one, it's okay to have your alcohol, but it's constituted as a carb, so something to think about. Okay, things to remember, just a little side note of when you're going out. You should always check your blood sugar level after a meal, and just in case, you may want to consider bringing a insulin shot with you in case it spikes too high. Okay, and before I started, I had one of my lovely assistants here pass out a mock menu. So I'm gonna have everyone to pair up in a group of two. It doesn't matter who it is. So we're gonna have one menu per group of two, and we are going to make a meal. So we're gonna have one person be the customer, one person be the server, and as best as you can, make a meal and tell the server what you want. You know, things on the side, drinks, no drinks, things like that. So if you have any questions, give me a call. You could write on the paper, things like that, and then we'll discuss it. Remember, try to write these down because then we'll discuss it later.
And maybe they always put that white sauce, maybe put it
what about something to drink? Okay, but I want to go ahead and do it. And then do you want an appetizer or a side salad? Side salad
What else? But I had a bite. It was actually pretty tasty. I know.
maybe a hamburger. Can I have a, I don't really eat.
All right, guys, about one more minute.
No mayo.
And
These sound amazing. I'm starving now. I should have had a snack. What do you have?
switch whenever you guys get a meal down.
No mayo, meat
Yeah.
bun, cheese. You're a tough customer.
I don't like it all.
All right. So it looks like everyone's mostly done. Does anyone want to share their dinner with everyone? Yeah, we'll go do.
So I was a server, and Brittany here ordered a bean rice and cheese burrito without the cheese and without sour cream. and a water.
And salsa with carrots.
Nice. Okay. Okay. That's very good. Perfect. Anybody else? Yes. In the front.
Okay, so we chose one appetizer because we're kind of hungry. So we got the house style with low fat ranch and balsamic because we kind of didn't know what we wanted.
Sure.
For the entree, we chose the bean, rice, and cheese burrito with chicken, so we're not going to eat the tortilla on the outside. And then, we wanted vodka and water and lime.
Okay.
It seemed like a
Sounds-
diabetic choice.
Sounds good.
There's only one carb though.
There you go. That's perfect.
Oh, and Diet Coke and water and coffee.
Well, that's a good one. Okay.
Quench your thirst.
Okay, now that was very good. Now we're going to have a short little quiz to see how I did and see how everyone learned. We're going to test your knowledge real quick. Okay, so see how we did. True or false? You don't have to count beer as a carb as long as it's light beer.
False.
True. Okay.
That's why you're on
Scale of 1 to
diabetes.
10, your hunger level should be a blank or a blank before you start eating.
3 or 4.
Very good. Very good. And true or false, you should eat all that is served to you. The amount you're served is equal to 1 serving.
False.
Very good.
Extremely false.
Very good. Learned a lot. Okay. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Thank you for bearing with me here. Hope you guys learned a lot, and don't be afraid to go out and to eat with your friends and family. And I look forward to we meet again on my 3rd presentation. And thank you.